Hey, I'm Kelly, and today I want to give you some simple tips to help you plan a vacation with your kids. Now, some of your eyes just got really big and your brain started spinning thinking about asking for time off, money, and stress. But don't walk away because my first tip is to have a good understanding of what a vacation really is. Put simply, a vacation is a special set-aside time for you to eliminate distractions and focus on your relationship with your kids. That's it. Now, this could be a big expensive trip out of town, or this could simply be a camp out in your living room. But no matter what, the emphasis is not on how much money is spent, but on spending time together. So with that in mind, let's look at my next tip, which are all about setting a realistic budget. Before you decide what you want to do for your vacation, you must take an honest look at what you can afford. It is unwise to drown in debt or cause your children to lack in what they need financially just so you can go on a vacation you really can't afford. However, on the flip side, I do want to encourage you to be willing to do the work and the planning to make these special moments happen with your kids by carefully planning a vacation you can afford. One way to budget is to look at your paychecks and see how much you could realistically pull out of each one to put toward your vacation. Then times that by how many months until you would like for that vacation to take place. So let's say I get paid twice a month and my vacation is 3 months away. I look at my budget and see that if I am careful about a few things, I can put aside $50 a pay period. So in 3 months, I would have $300 for the whole vacation, or to add to any other savings I might already have for one. The longer you plan ahead, the more paychecks you have to spread out the expense. Now, unless you're wanting the trip to be a surprise, one tip is to consider letting your older kids in on the budget process. This will not only get them excited about the trip, but in a world where instant gratification is king, they will see the beauty of waiting and putting aside money a little at a time. Plus, it might encourage them to help cut unnecessary spending. Once you know your budget, divide it into how much you can spend for housing and travel versus how much you can spend on things once you get there, such as food and activities. One tip is if you are able to travel away from your home, look for hotels with continental breakfasts because that will save you from spending money on one meal per day. You can also look for places to rent that have kitchens, and then you can grocery shop like you normally would at home to save money. Once you have an idea of how much you can spend, then it's time to figure out what you want to do. One tip I would recommend as you are planning what to do is to use this opportunity to think through each of your kids and what they love. You can't make them all happy at all times, and they won't be. But how could you incorporate something special for each individual child? This could be taking them each to a place they love, or it could be taking them to play a board game they love, or enjoying their favorite food. If the other kids grumble during that time, remind them that they are each getting something fun so they can deal with it. Next, it's time to book. Quick tip on booking. Be sure to look to see what the full amount is due, as well as how close to the trip you can cancel without being charged. Life is crazy and all kinds of things can happen, so this is a great way to have peace of mind in case you need to postpone your vacation for any reason. When it is time for your vacation to arrive, one of my favorite tips to help you not go over budget on food and activities is to keep track of your spending by making a Google Sheet on your phone. Before you go, enter the amount that you budgeted, and every time you spend money, simply pull out your phone and jot it down real quick. Use a formula that will quickly show you how much you have remaining, and then you aren't left guessing later. But my biggest tip, don't let money ruin a good vacation. You can have an amazing time with your kids simply by removing the normal distractions of life and spending time together in your home or backyard at very little cost. As a kid, I was able to go on several vacations with my parents, and you know what? I don't remember a lot of the locations. What I do remember is the time we got to spend together.